checking whether a given variable is an object or not may not be that simple. Let's have a look why. So I'm creating a function called isType object, which receives a variable. So whenever we invoke that function with a proper object, for example, a user with some properties on it, that should return true. How do we do that? We can, at least as a first step, use type of x equal triple equals object in lower cases. Oops, sorry about that. So if we run that snippet, that will return true. Correct. If the given variable is a string, that will return false, which is correct. If we pass a number, it will return false, which is correct. If we pass a boolean, it will return false, which is also correct. But what happens if we pass an array? That should return false, however, it returns true, right? That's a bit confusing because in JavaScript, the actual type of an array is object, because at the end of the day, technically speaking, everything in JavaScript is an object. But then the question is, how do we control that? How do we make sure that if we pass an actual array, our isType object function returns false? We can use the AND operator to check. Okay, I want the type to be an object, so that will immediately discard strings, numbers, and booleans, for instance, as we've already proved. But I need to check something else. I need to check if it's an array. How do we check if it's an array? Well, if we type array.isArray of x, that will return true if the given argument is an array, because we want to check if it's not an array, we need to negate it, right? If you use the exclamation mark, we are negating the condition, right? Technically speaking, we can also do that, right? I want to check if it's not an array, or for simplicity reasons, as we explained, we can just negate it. We can negate the expression using an exclamation mark. So that means that will return false, as you can see, because even though the first part of the expression is truthy, type of array is an object, technically speaking, but because of the AND operator, that means both conditions need to be evaluated as truthy. Even though the first one is truthy, the second one is falsy. Because array.isArray, yes, that's an array that returns true, because we are negating, the result of negating true is false. So in other words, we got true and false. True and false equals false. And if we put our original object back, that will return true, which is correct, because both expressions are truthy. The first one is truthy, the type of this object is an actual object, which is expected, but then array.isArray, that's not an array, right? So that returns false, and again, because we are negating the expression, the result of negating false is true. In other words, true and true equals true. Then the object is a proper JavaScript object.